Okay, the book of Kadam now. We are on chapter 21, which is called Dedication and Purifying Negative Karma. Um, in title, you see the dedication and purify negative karma, but in middle also talks about the accumulating merit, which just means like a build a positive habit and purifying negative habit, and then dedication too. So within these three, that talks more dedication. So the part of the dedication here, when I talk about the dedication, it might more refers to the Buddhist. Okay, it's not like a secular now. Dedication is could be the secular, but here what we're talking, where you dedicate and how you dedicate, what you are dedicating. So it's totally different. See here, the root text, there are two stanzas. The whatever virtues you gather through the three times, dedicate them to the unexcelled great awakening. Um, okay, unexcelled means there are no beyond that. It's supreme, right? So great awakening, despair you are merit to all sentient beings, and utter, right? Utter the peerless aspiration prayer of the seven limb at all time. So at the seven limb all times is talking regarding the how to build up the positive habit in our daily life. And this seven limbs, there's seven seven activities there. And then continues talks about that there's both are root text. If you proceed thus, you will swiftly perfect merit and wisdom and eliminate the two defilements. Mhm. Okay. And since your human existence will be the meaningful, you will attain the unsurprisable enlightenment. Okay. And let's try to stay with the root text first. The whatever we getting gathering, that means what we dedicating, right? So what we dedicating is sometimes dedicate means we are materialistic giving something that dedicate part. But here dedicate means more mental state. You are wishing or thinking. And what you dedicating is whatever you collected, the virtues and positive things that you dedicated. So, and how it can dedicate, it's directly affect to them or not. So that's questioning comes. The answer will be the not directly affected until we become very qualified, but at least it's help us to change our mind to doing this practice, dedicating, the whatever virtues you're dedicating for all sentient beings, not just yourself free from illness, right? Or not just yourself success the business. The most of our prayer in our daily life or dedication will be dedication was like something like that, right? Not everyone, but a majority they do prayer and dedications or wish there I'm doing something good so cures my illness. I'm doing something good to success my business and doing something good, finding the job, found a good house, all these things. Everything's connecting to yourself. So that's very narrow dedicating. You can do bigger than this and then establishing those what you wish it. Instead of say, I wish to have a house or success my business, if you wish the success the business of all sentient beings, then you are included in there. It's just wiser to do that, right?
Explain that again.
That we dedicating or we wish that the example successful successful my business or overcome by my illness. Just thinking me, that my illness, my business. Instead of doing that, wish that through by my virtues that all beings success their business. If you dedicate that way and you are included in there, All being means we are one of the being, and then all means I am included there instead of what do individual. So that's kind of thing talking about what do you call? Uh, but here is dedicating toward the unexcellent great awakening. The great awakening more refers to the Buddhahood, but here you can do that. The every beings, the free from their ignorance, right? That you can dedicate. So through by my knowledge, through by my positive actions, or through by virtue that what I collected, so that's I dedicate them all sentient beings free from ignorance and only sentient beings having like an awakening mind, right? That's kind of things you can wish. If you do this every time, that at least I'm thinking sentient being to more positively, which is then better for us in our daily life, right? Um, but the reason to dedicating might be we have a different. The Buddhist, when we dedicate, the reason is whatever I collected the virtues, it will not decreases or not diminish.
Doesn't diminish.
Yeah, it doesn't diminishes. That's the reason why we similarly that we the putting our money to the bank, deposit in bank, and then bank keeps that, right? So our virtues kind of deposit as the dedicating to all sentient beings, right? As sentient beings countless, then our dedication or virtues are remaining as a countless because we dedicate for all sentient beings. Make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Um, so, and other the pearliest. And then the second is if you proceed this, you will swiftly perfect the merit and wisdom. And they say, and eliminate two defilements. Two defilements here said is sometimes two obscurations. The one is mental afflictions, right? The mental affliction is the one of the obscurations. The obscured us to have happy, obscure to us to see reality, right? Or obscure to us to more circling within the cause suffering and the cause of suffering. So that's the how obscured it, right? So mental afflictions. And then the other defilements, where there are two count, right? The defilement or obscurations, we use that term obscuration for knowledge. So that means ignorance, right? So all the ignorance is one side, and then all the defilement, mental afflictions are the other side. There are two obscurations. Both are obscure to us to see the reality. Until we not see the reality, then we having a lot of conceptual or wrong misconception or wrong view. Until we having those wrong view and misconception, that cause us to more suffering, right? Once you see the reality and then it not have that misconception on anything. So, and then once you don't have a misconception, then you will be more clear. And how much you are clear, that much you will be calm and what call the confidence, right? That's how obscure to us. What are the obscuration and how they are obscure to us, right? What obscure for? That's kind of things we here. Since your human existence will be the meaningful, you will attain the unsuppressible enlightenment. Okay. Um, that's again the Buddhahood. That's one of the Mahayana goal to achieve enlightenment. And then as this class, our goal not necessary to achieve enlightenment. Keep continuous that our goal, having enjoy and happiness in this life. And whatever method and technique talks here that you use or apply for practice to achieve more happiness in your daily life, and another way say more overcome by suffering, right? This is how we need to use it. So Okay. Now go back to the commentary, which is called the Pada Teachings. Um, this talks about the root text composed by Atisha that you know, right? And then commentary again is dialogue between Atisha and his disciple Dromtemba. Now this specific line which I quoted, it's Dromtemba said it. Dromtemba, who is the main disciple of Atisha in Tibet. Mhm. Then his reason to dedicating in general, the reason of dedication should be same, but individually his reason here dedication is why we doing dedications. That's he talks here. Say here, you inconceivable teacher are accomplished in expressible higher qualities. If at this moment, when I have found such a teacher, this one, I fail to dedicate my merit toward to lasting secure ground, then it will be hard to search for our witness. So please perform the dedications. While my teacher is there who is very qualified. So there are a lot of stanzas there. Actually, I did not quote it here. It's more Dromtemba complimenting or praising to his teacher Atisha. And then this is the one that I've quoted. They're saying, while my excellent teachers here, then I should more dedicate whatever I learn from you, whatever I collected virtue through by your advice. And then I'm going to dedicate to secure my virtues, and also please help me to make this happen. That's kind of things talking here. So please perform dedication, right? Sorry. Hmm. Such a cherished object as my body, the material things there are of definite needs and ultimate aims, together with the virtuous root, I shall bring them all together and offer to them. So, hmm, okay. Okay, so all together means all of his virtues and knowledge that he's talking about. So, and then this continues talking about this line, and then the last part, so saying, no matter what field of knowledge you are versed in, do not allow your exposition, right, to divert from the meaning, but practice them with a single pointed mind. This is what I bequeath, bequeath with you. So, hmm. This line talks by Adisha, and then as Dromtemba talked to Adisha, you are my excellent teacher, help me to dedicate. I want to dedicate while you are here. Then next, the few stanzas, few words are Adisha also compliment the Dromtemba, his disciple, and also say how he give instructed to the Dromtemba, how Atisha give instruction to the Dromtemba, and the final. There are a few lines there. I quoted what the final one. The final was, no matter what field you knowledge you are versed in, right? And do not allow your expositions that devote from the meaning and but practice. But I quoted this because this also help us, how actually this is Adisha in how instructed to the drum temper, but also we can learn here. Whatever we're learning, we should apply practice, right? Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Before we go too far above, I just had a question about the one above. Says it's hard to search for a witness. Like, why does it matter if there's a witness?
Search for a witness, yeah. Let me see. Mm. Let me see which is part here.
The first paragraph,
First paragraph.
second to last line. In follow teaching.
First paragraph regarding the root text or commentary?
The commentary. So
Commentary.
you inconceivable teacher, it ends with perform the dedications, and then before that it says, then it will be hard to search for a witness.
Or maybe here. Such cherished object my body. It's not right.
Before that.
Before that, okay. Are accomplishing express high qualities. In that moment, when I found such teacher this once, I felt dedicate my merit toward a listening search ground. It will be the hard to search. Oh, okay. It will be the hard to search for a witness. Okay. Okay. I think here talking about this how to the difficult to find the search of the witness. It's part of talking about the dedication, right? And then who knows? The witness should be the who knows exactly how we dedicate and what we dedicate, so that every being cannot be the witness for that. So need a qualified. That might be difficult to find it, right? Yeah. So, and then regarding Domtemba, Atisha is the only one. And while he were here alive, he wanted to do this all. This is the little bit different issue. Otherwise, in our Buddhist practitioner, we do dedicate every time. And then witness is the Buddha and all this Bodhisattvas we're taking as a witness. And then we're dedicating either we attend those statement or state or we dedicate walls and everything. That will become later. So that is the saying okay. So hard to search for our witness. That means that need a qualified things. Does make sense?
So basically, it's finding someone qualified to dedicate to, who is someone who's sort of a higher level than you.
Not the dedicate to. Okay. It's witness means like who is judging. You are dedicating right or wrong. Okay. That kind of the witness, So, and then that needs some kind of qualified. Otherwise, we might do a lot of wrong things, right?
Right. So trying to do right, but maybe
yeah, perfect. He wants to do perfect. So therefore, it's like a Atisha. He will not found like a Atisha who can be witness for his dedicating and virtues. Yeah. Okay. And then now we are here, no matter what fails. That's knowledge, that's talking here. Whatever we learn should apply on a practice. If we do not apply on a practice, then no reason to learn. That's the saying. And then when we need to do practice, that's always, it could be I'm repeating a lot of these things, but it's important when we need to practice. So we need to practice every day. That's one point. And then also we need to do practice when you are the happy mood, when you are like a relaxing. That's the time for practicing whatever compassion or patience or whatever talks here. That now he taught dedication, right? So whatever practice, this is the time. Otherwise, what we're doing is we're learning, and then it makes sense for me. Now, when I get angry, when I get a difficult situation, I will apply this to overcome by this suffering that we do, right? And we're waiting until some bad circumstances comes with us, and then same time we try to apply it, not working at all. Not working at all. So you know that what I'm going to say. Why is it, right? Because the antidote is weak. But you're not built up daily. You just knowing it. You do not have any experience for that. You knows that, if I do that, it will help me. You knows it, but you do not have experience. Until we do not have any experience, then it will never turn to helpful in the moment when we have a bad circumstances or situations, right? So then having experience is depend on daily practice. So that's the exactly say whatever you learn, you do practice every time, right? But let's say if you attending few different classes and then you are learning few different things, right? And then it might be overcome to you to which practice I have to do because I know the 10 things, right? So therefore, first is first, right? So whatever you learn first, establish that and move to the second. If there are 10 things you know, because all the 10 practice you cannot do at the same time, but you can do in one day, every day. You can do all this 10 practice in one day, divided the time. Like the first 30 minutes I'm doing this, second 30 minutes I'm doing this, but it's still not really helpful. If you're catching up that way, that means you are hitting the axe to cut wood, but you're not hitting on the one point. You're hitting here and here and there. So then it takes time to cut it, right? So if you like it, just do many pieces, small by small, one by one, and one day you do 10 different practice, then it's like you're hitting the axe on many different places. But if you keep one practice as your daily, then you hit your axe on one point and it will cut faster. So, and then we can cut another log, right? Another tree because it's cut faster. Instead of taking time, then you will never get a chance to cut another tree. So similarly, when you focus on the one practice to either you establish or at least 10% have a 10% experience, that's good enough to dealing with our daily suffering. So 10% experience is good enough. So therefore, once you get a 10% experience with whatever practicing you, then you can move to the next practice what you knows. So one by one is better. Then you catch up soon. You attaining or establish or having experience will be the faster or sooner, right? So then you can catch up faster. Being impatient to know 10 practice, then all the 10 practice are important and you do not know which selected, and then you just hurrying up to do this. And then you are keep wasting time to just thinking it instead of applying the practice, right? So therefore, selected one, what you ever learned the first time, just select it and then do at least up to the having 10% experiences. And then you can move. But once you get 10% experiences, it's also possible the few months later, it could be disappear that experience or what you know, right? But keeping is also one other process to do practice, right? What you are like a 10% experience, you have it now, that you have to also work that keep continuously that 10%, not decrease anything. That's possible because our mind keep forgetting anything, right? We are keep forgetting, and once we not do repeatedly, and it becoming weak, and once it become weak, then again, same that is not powerful to help us to overcome by suffering. You follow me, right? Okay. So that's the hair saying. Whatever you learn, practice. Okay. And next, talking about the dedication. So now listen, Vajra holder talking about his teacher. He's just naming Vajra holder for his teacher, Atisha. And the main point of dedications are explained as three: the preliminaries, the actual practice, and the conclusions. The preliminaries are going for refuge and serve for the other welfares. And then actual practice is in turn composed for the three parts. What's that? Like the excellent field, excellent mental state, the excellent materials. Should I talk this? I don't know. It's more Buddhist, okay? What do you think? Should I continue on it? Okay. Um, it's a like say the preliminary is refuge and we'll call the other beings. It means like a witness. The witness when you dedicate the witness to jewels. And actual practice, it's like I said, three things like the field and mental state, and then materials. So mental state means talking about that. These three are actually talking about where you dedicate or how where you accumulating a virtue or merit from, right? There's two kind of things talking. So where you dedicate to the great excellent field, excellent mental state, and excellent like a what's it sending being materials. um, okay. Sorry. Um, this part three, the first one is the excellent field is talking about the way you dedicate, and then mentally state is talking how you dedicate it, or how your thoughts should be during time the dedications, and then materials is example that what you dedicating, right? And then again, the field, I'll explain on the terms of the three, that there are the field of higher qualities, one, and that of the kindness, and those who are suffering are also excellent field. This actually talking about where you dedicate. The excellent field refers Buddhism, Buddha, and Bodhisattvas are excellent field, which talking here the higher qualities. Higher qualities is Buddha and Bodhisattvas who attain the another way to say who sees the realities, who attain the completely awakening mind. Those are the higher qualities refers here, and this is the excellent field that where you dedicate. And then it's saying that of kindness. Another the part where you dedicate is talking about the kindness. Kindness is such as like your parents. Your parents are the object that where you dedicate who are the kindness. Makes sense?
Again, your parents?
Are the object where you dedicate who are the kindness. And those who are suffering beings, they're all sentient beings. The we are and every sentient beings, included animal, insect, right? Those are also the object that where we dedicate it. But how dedicate, this comes later. But this is the object where we dedicate it, right? So either we dedicate to the higher qualities, which is talking about the merit fields, or we dedicate for who is kind to us, who is the parents, or dedicate for all sentient beings who are sufferings, right?
And they're called excellent fields because they're suffering, so they need that kind of energy, is what you're saying?
Because why is excellent pills? Because there is worth to dedicate, and then we receive a lot of benefit from that. How much we have sentient beings, that much we receive benefit, right? So that's because therefore the regular sentient beings are the excellent field. Yeah. You might know regarding Buddhists, sentient being and Buddha are exactly equal. The part of the kindness exactly equal for us, right? How Buddha kind to us, exactly same sentient beings are kind to us. Regarding to achieve enlightenment, right? Buddha give us instruction, all this path which we never knows, he shows us. Of course, there's kindness. And then accomplishing those paths necessary to depend on sentient beings. Without sentient being, we cannot perfect the generosity practice. Without sentient being, we cannot complete the morality practice. right? So if there are no sentient being, then the morality practice saying no kill, no stealing, or so on and so on. If there are nothing there who we can steal it or no kill, who can kill it, then we cannot restrain it. Then because if there anything just rock and me, myself, then there's no way that I do morality practice, right? So it's very much dependent on sentient being as well as sentient beings there. That's helped me to restraining my mind to not kill or not steal and so on and so on. All this non-virtuous action, restraining all this non-virtuous action because of sentient beings there. Sentient beings there, therefore we can do generosity practice, right? Without sentient being, we cannot complete the generosity practice. Make sense? Therefore, all the sentient beings are helping us to accomplish those paths, and Buddha is instructed us what path we have to engage. Therefore, both are equal kind for us to in order to achieving enlightenment. So therefore said, how much you respect to Buddha, that much you should respect to the sentient beings. But inside quality definitely different. Buddha is high qualities, sentient beings not high qualities, right? Who are samsaric beings. But regarding kindness, exactly same. It's necessary to need this cause and condition for achieving enlightenment. We need a sentient being for achieving enlightenment. We need a sentient being to attain or achieve the compassion, right? So without sentient being, then there are no way to practice compassion. If there are no way to practice compassion, then there are no way to achievements, right? So therefore, sentient beings are the only helping us to our patient practice better, generosity practice better, morality practice better, and so on and so on. All this practice which we have to attain or achieve, only we can do with the sentient beings. And especially patient practice, we can do with the difficulty people, not all the sentient beings, right? The difficulty people is especially helpful us to what do we say, accomplish or complete your patient practice. Difficulty people is the only one. So therefore, we might very much respect it to the difficulty people. So difficulty people could be the terrorists or could be the whoever. Yeah, I mentioned terrorist. Whoever cause harms in our daily life. These are the difficulty people. This is the exactly sentient being who helping us to complete my patient practice. Right? So yeah. Is there any question? You're very welcome to do that, yeah. Because we are learning, right? We are learning. Therefore, openly said anything. You right to say that, yeah. Yeah, please go ahead.
I'm just having a really hard time in America right now. I grapple with, my life and the goodness in my life and the goodness that I bring to my life. And I also have this dichotomy of I can't believe things that are happening in already. And I have a hard time with that. I don't know how to be happy in spite of that. All the time.
That's true.
Not all the time, but
yeah.
I don't know. I don't have the answers, but I know that I'm distraught like everybody else is in America right now.
Yeah, sometimes, I'm not saying you are, but sometimes it's possible that our competitive mind, expectation, always cause us that unhappy, right? So someone has it, I should have this.
I'm unhappy in my life. I'm unhappy with the events.
That's exactly I'm saying. Yeah.
So it's not anything to do with my own autonomy. It's about I'm having a hard time, as a thinking person, how horrible everything is. And I can't Especially today.
Yeah.
If you watch the news in the past 24 hours, we all know what's going on.
We're
right?
talking about how we bombed.
Yes, yes.
I know, I was freaked out about that last
I
night. I
am
was telling her.
more than freaked
I'm
out.
afraid that one of their allies is gonna retaliate against us.
Yeah. So
We're dealing with difficulties in everyday life.
we are in the same situation, right? At some point, we have a commons problem because we stay in the United States. Some point we might have a see same problem. What you see, what I might see that same, right? But I do not have any like sad or worry. That means not that I'm senseless, because there are no reason to have this. This is out of our control, out of our control, out of our control. Then why you try to control it, which is out of our
I'm
control?
not trying to control it. Usually I'm just like, I can't believe there's a runaway madman at the helm of our United States. I grew up here. This is not normal, and
Understand?
I'm having a hard time with that. I do agree that,
Mm-hmm.
we all have to be happy in spite of everything. And I work on that. all the
Understand.
time.
Yeah.
But I'm having a hard time today, I'll be honest.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I feel, I don't get emotional about anything that's going on. I just don't know if there's something I should be doing.
Mm.
You know what I mean? So like, I just kind of grapple with that. Like, is there something like, I'm like at peace in general, but I was kind of wondering, but what should I be doing?
Mm-hmm.
I turned up the TV.
Mm-hmm.
I protest.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So I mean, yeah.
But I do not see you are always suffering, right? Yeah. So I do not see always you are suffering. Sometimes you comes here with a happy mood, but you don't count as you are not every time suffering. But there might be more, yes, but constantly happening, yes. It's always change it, right? Up and down. So, and then once you feel good, then we try to not change ourselves to better. While you feel bad, then we're thinking, oh, how should I challenge with it? How should I practice those? Which is I earlier mentioned. So we are waiting everything until the suffering comes or difficulty comes, right? That's the wrong way to do it. Therefore, of course, that as our life always up and down, whatever happening to you, it's happening to me, same. But might have a different thought, different perspective when the bad circumstances comes with me and how I can deal with it, right? So we are same human being. Whatever you have a thought, I have a same, right? If I could do that, you definitely could do that. Why not?
But your brain could operate differently than my brain, so like the way you adapt to it or the way you turn it off because you say, I don't have any control over this. My anxiety level could be different from yours, and I'm like, hey, I need to leave here because if something happens, I don't want to be here. I mean, I don't think I've ever seen this in my lifetime.
But if I in your place, then I will try to stop some kind of bad circumstances at the way beginning. But if you allow to come it, keep thinking it, then it's turning into anxiety. I don't think you are at the beginning anxiety. There was some beginning that your anxiety, how comes, and how its process go to worse. Did you analyze that? Sometimes analyze that. How my anxiety goes worse.
Say that again, how my anxiety what?
The worse?
Yeah, how your anxiety is worse.
Develops, how it's
yeah.
worse.
Worse, yeah.
It makes things worse.
At the first things, we don't have anxiety, right? Some part there we are happy, and then anxiety comes, and we make it worse. No one else actually. Yeah. So then I don't think we are same brain. We can say the part of the knowledge, we might have a different perspective. I might learn more Buddhist more than you are. That could be the different. But whatever you learn, you could learn same. Why you cannot learn? You can learn same. As I take time, as I took time to learning, you should take time to learn, right? And then you should take time for practice. So, and then Shanti Deva text is very wonderful, wonderful guidance in our daily life. Read it and follow it. I think perfect, right? The problem is we have sometimes stuck to following it, or we forgetting to follow it. Where we are in a happy mood, immediately thinking, oh, I should go some like a vacation. Instead of just why not do my future, prepare for future, stop suffering. We never takes time that immediately when we are happy, immediately thinking, okay, go somewhere vacation or some hanging around with somewhere. Never think that I should do practice. But when we're thinking practice, at that moment, we might have a heavy suffering, right? So the suffering, it's good that suffering have a good quality, brings us, teaching us a lot, or brings us to that thought to practice. But once it change to the happy, then your also thoughts change. Now I'm not doing practice. That's wrong to do it, right? So because whenever we sometimes we have a happy, right? And then next moment, suffering is waiting for us, always waiting for us. We know that there are no surprise things. We know that suffering is waiting for us. It might be heavier or lesser. It depends on how you think it, right? So therefore, I'm saying same circumstances, what happened to you, exactly happened to me then. Why not? Different could be the different places or different people. Where I grew up, India, the human beings' nature are same. Whoever have our mental afflictions, their reaction is same. Wherever you go, if you see the angry person, reaction is exactly same, no matter you are, right? So if you go to Asian, whoever angry, reaction same. You go to Europe, whoever angry, reaction same. Then person shape is different, color is different, but they are natural. Who has some mental afflictions, their reaction is exactly same. That's how we need to know. And after we know that, then we need to learn how to deal with it instead of just what we try to do is we tempting them, right? Tempt, tame, yeah, whoever like a taming, yeah. We try to control them. We try to taming them, which is out of your control. We not try to taming myself, right? Therefore, go direction is wrong. The direction goes wrong, therefore it's caused suffering more, if possible. Right? It makes sense?
Yes.
Yeah. So therefore, I think whenever we happy mood, think that I'm enjoying right now. Of course, I should enjoy why I took suffering, but that I'm not 100% enjoy it because next suffering is coming. I should do something for that. While I'm relaxing, I should meditate, or either compassion, or some other things, impermanence, or so on, so on, right? I should meditate to try to stop which is next sufferings are. That's how we can go, right? So the problem is our eye is always pointing there, not pointing to us. Therefore, first what we're seeing is outside there. We're seeing other is the first. And that is how we react always. Sometimes close your eyes, try to see you, yourself, right? And then try to say, who am I? I'm the perfect person, right? And then, did I cause suffering for other lives? Or did I cause someone have a suffering? Or did I harm to someone else in my daily life? If so, then why I'm surprising who harms to me? The same, right? If you don't want that someone harms to you, then I shouldn't harm to other too, because it's exactly the same. Once you're not harms to other too, that's one way that finding happiness, right? Therefore, sometime once we have a suffering, then we think oh, that's in the world. I am the only one who having this suffering. No one else. And my whole life is like what called not the chaos. What's that? Yeah, my whole life is terrible, right? That's how we think. Once we have a one suffering, at the moment that emotions takes over our full body and mind, that's how we think. I'm the only one who's suffering in this life, entire world, and it's only happening with me and always happening with me.
It's compounded.
Compounded,
Yeah.
okay. It's always happening with me, but which is wrong, which is not right. It's not always happening to you, but it's not only you are the one who are having this suffering. Sometimes we shouldn't compare that the fame, name, the wealth things. But sometimes we should compare suffering part. I do have a suffering right now. Then if I look at the other suffering who is more worse than me, then isn't that I'm better than them? Now, why should I too much worry that? I'm something better than someone suffering. So therefore, His Holiness Dalai Lama always shares when he lost, or because we born in India, after I should say when we lost our country. So when he comes in exile, lost everything, right? And when he is in Tibet, he staying in Potala Palace. There are a lot of nice things, and Nobulinga too. He's just summer and winter, he moving two places here and there. And there are a lot of servants served to him. And then everyone respect to him. He's like a king, right? But suddenly he comes in exile. I just saw yesterday where he stayed room, dripping water inside. Potala to journey this to, it's very difficult. Right? Potala is like a wonderful. And now you're moving to the house which is dripping water inside. That's how he stayed. But he never ever has some kind of suffering or like he shared that no depression. All right. Actually, he should have a depression that moment. He never have a depression. No anxiety as well. But sadness comes, but immediately goes. So look at his life. And then, and this is the one example. And in this world, there are a lot of people there we can take example who are like wealthy and immediately fall in nothing, but still survive happily. It's very much possible. Better do that, right? Because happy is shouldn't comes from the people. Happy shouldn't comes from the material and wealth, right? Happy shouldn't comes from the name. These are the not cause for happy. These are the cause for suffering, which is we always holding it. Therefore, Shantideva said, we want free from suffering, but we are keep running after the cause of suffering. That's we are in every human beings in this earth. So what we wish, but action is exactly do opposite. We're running after the cause of suffering, which is computation or like expectation or like there's so many afflictions, so many wishes there, right? All these are the cause of suffering, not the cause of the happiness. So therefore, as we know those are not cause of happiness, then what is the cause of happiness? Is there within your mind. Still, you lost everything, but still you can be happy. If even you lost everything, you can be happy. So recently I went to Portland, and then the young boy is kind of I'm having anxiety. Why? I don't know my grade exam, what exam result. He's very much worrying that. So then I just asked him, your worries makes your exam result better? He said, no, there's nothing change all. Then why you worry? Right? Whatever comes, comes. But that naturally comes this way. This isn't our nature. We will have a worry. We are worrying something that what result comes because our expectation is good. That makes us worry. But the worry not change our only the grade of exam, not change any result, right? And then why you worry? Just leave it there. Do your best. I said, do your best. If you did your best, that's the only you can do it. And leave it there. Now completely forget it. Clear your brain, clear your mind. What the results comes. Even results comes, what you can do if the like a low result. What you can do? You do nothing, right? And then all the worrying in the middle is you're suffering without anything. Yeah.
Well, people are worried about the reputations.
It is. Basically, we are too much worried for the reputation. Therefore, I use the instant repetition expectation. So it's similar there. So yeah. Therefore, like I say, I'm working for monastery, hosting the Medicine Buddha event here now 6-7 years. Then each time, a lot of people are blaming me, criticizing me, our monks. That's okay. When I look at the cause for their criticize, some are jealousy, that's object of compassion. Some are ignorance, that I can explain to them. Some are as jealousy, they don't want me to success. That's okay.
They don't want you to have success.
Success, yeah. That's okay. That's what I cannot control them. What I have to do is I'm continuous doing it. I'm not pay attention, whatever kids. Sometimes even they wrote in a Facebook, say, yeah, there's one time they wrote in a Facebook, say, you are stealing money. If I'm not, then why I should worry? Right? I know I'm not. And my guru now knows I'm not. And monastery administrator knows I'm not. Monastery abbot knows I'm not. Then why I have to worry? Some people say that.
Isn't it anti-Buddhist to talk about other monks like that? Like that seems so terrible.
It's happening because as human being. Some monks are educated but less practice. Some monks are no education, no practice. Some monks are great practice, great education. There are many different things there. So these are the example. Should I worry about that? No, I'm just living there. Today, everyone's silent now. Sometimes happening, and then when I quiet, just living there, it's gone. It's disappeared now. And then majority people sees what the result, what I'm doing it, and they respect me, and then they do nothing. But I do have my confidence in my job. Saying that when the birds lying on a branch, and when branch breaks, bird do not have any hesitate for that. Bird still do have confidence. The confidence is confidence on their wing. The branch perks, they can fly. They are rely on their wing confidence. And I do exactly what I have to do it honestly and try to do perfectly. And whatever result comes. Why should I worry? When I organize, even I'm saying this to we have a mini team. I think we organize this on 6 different states, and each state has their team. And then I say, do your best. Don't worry. If there are people come, good. If people do not come, but focus on what you did best. That's all. So coming people or not coming, this is out of our control. But we should do advertise whatever people attending on this things, and then that's fine, right? Why we should worry? Oh, I organize very well. I work hard month and 2 months and 3 months, but still shows to 10 people. Then that's suffering. So therefore, I'm telling them, do best. Whatever result comes, don't worry. That's what I'm doing too. Yeah.
Well, yeah, those types of situations come up all the time, at work and everything.
Yeah.
And that's, I think, taking your advice is to try to be skillful. Have all your responses and free of like emotionally charged
Yeah.
responses, and just, till you're in a calm place, and then respond to it in a skillful way with the other person in mind. So but I take your advice on that all the time.
Sure. And then one thing might be also different. I'm more scared to karma instead of person. I'm not scared to person. I'm scared in karma. Therefore, I'm doing as much as I can right. But as I'm ignorant, I could be wrong. That's very much possible. But I try my best as much as I can right thing to do it. Right? Because I'm scared to karma. But after that, whatever people say, I'm not focusing that. I'm not worried about it. Why I have to worry that? Right? So, and even here, DNKL, I never ever try to collect many people. I not try to have a many like audience in DNK's class. I never tried that. So if I try, I should lie. I should say more sweet. People comes, right? I should always say sweet and sometimes lie. Oh, you are beautiful. I cannot do that because I'm waiting for karma, not for people, right? I have to control, like take care of my karma, not turn into the bad. So, and this morning also I'm lecturing to them, whatever circumstance comes, first step, not created any negative karma. Either it's associating with, refers with your relative, your country, your guru, your monastery, your religions, doesn't matter. Do not create any negative karma, whatever circumstances comes. That's the first things we have to do it, right? And second things, as I'm worrying that someone blames to my religious, then I will investigate, is there something I can do it? Is there something I cannot do it? Then I will live there. Is there something I can do it? I will do it. That's the whole point. But I try not create a negative karma regarding my religious, my monastery. But I love my parents. I love my relatives, right? I love my monastery and religious. That means not that I should have an attachment on it. It means not that I should create a negative karma for them. No, right? So that's I advised this morning to them, because sometimes there's some people say negative to Dalai Lama. Then as they're very much love to Dalai Lama, immediately they get anger. Of course, as human beings, who we love, and then saying something bad to them who I love. So negative comes, but shouldn't take a reaction on it, right? Not created any negative karma. Therefore, Shantideva said, is there anything destroying the Buddha's image, Buddha's statue, or someone criticizing your guru and your relative or your friend shouldn't have anger? And then it gives reason. Because Buddha never get harms. You don't have to worry. And then whatever others, your relatives, gurus, and your friends are having suffering, their karmas happening on them. Then why you can do it? Then why you have angry? You shouldn't have angry. So therefore, our love as a blind love cause a lot of have angry. It is very much possible, but we shouldn't have angry. But what I'm saying very simple is not simple to do that. Of course, I know, but doable. So, and then of course, they never created any negative karma regarding that things. No, right? So this is how keeps our daily practice. This is how finding the cause of happiness and so on and so on. So that's the, I think, try to do that. Therefore, otherwise, we are living on the same earth. Right now, we are in the same country, right? Same town, maybe meeting almost same people. If you meet some difficulty people, I meet some difficulty people too. Why not? Is there numerous difficulty people? Then of course I should meet that. But I should focus on that. I should change my mind on that. I should have an emotion on that. I should have a punish to myself to have anger. Then that's the question is no, right? The questioning these things, answer is no, right? So that's what we have to care. And take earlier I mentioned Dalai Lama as an example. It's never ever have a depression, and then right now he's happily survived his life and continues giving advice, right? So this is the how we need to learn to deal with the difficulty people, samsaric people, how we need to learn deal with the samsaric place, right? So then the first things control yourself is the best. This is the only we can do it. Yeah. Yeah, I said too much. More than what I did. Okay. But I believe those are the perfect cause to helpful in our daily life. Even I cannot follow everything what I said it, but I don't definitely believe that. And then therefore, oh yeah, I have a less suffering. I have a very much less suffering when I hear from people, yeah, I think, oh, I'm lucky now. We're in the same place, but still I'm less suffering. Thank Buddha, thank Guru, thank all these Dharma friends because of this, right? Yeah. Okay. Okay, so maybe if you have a question, otherwise I'm going to stop here, huh?
One person asked in the root text where it says, and utter the purest aspiration of the seven limits at all times.
Mhm.
They just asked if you could discuss that reference in the root text.
Oh, seven in practice.
Mhm.
Yeah, seven in practice in use our term, the Buddhist term, we say the prostration, offering, and purification, and rejoicing, and then requesting teaching to others qualified, and then requesting them, whoever the guru, they are having long life, and then dedications. These are the seven. But I use this exactly same practice in a different term. Instead of prostration, I can say respect. Instead of offering, I can say generosity. Instead of purifications, I can say change your negative habit, right? And then instead of like rejoicing, of course, rejoicing we can keep commonly. They don't need to change anything. We should rejoice for everyone, right? And then instead of teaching, you should more respect to the knowledgeable or education person or like a who are great practitioner, and then learn more as we requesting teaching, right? And then also requesting long life within ourselves and our parents, whoever relatives, everyone's, to wish them to have a long life, and then dedications, right? So that's we can use as a secular, the seven in practice as a secular. Yeah, not necessarily you do as a traditionally or what are we doing it, right? Yeah, respecting is the, and then respecting could be the many different way to respect it, right? Many different countries or different culture, they have a different way to respect it. So here America is respecting hugging and shaking. That's fine. Eye to eye contact. That's fine. Right? And Japanese way bow down. That's fine. Both are respecting, but when we move to the other country, then we should do respect, not our way to do it. Respect whatever they want to do it. This is more polite, and this is count respected, right? Respected means I will do your way. Because then if we go to Japan, then we should just lay down by bows way like how about bodies bend. Very nice. I'm seeing very nice. Even small kids, school bus comes. And before to go to the school bus, the parents, whoever the bringing the children, they do respect to the drivers, right? And then children do respect and they go inside. When they come back, they do respect like this. And then when they cross road, and then they do respect to everyone who waiting for them to respect. That's so wonderful, right? So yeah,
I don't get it.
yeah. The culture is we made it up with some reason. It's not the permanent, it's not the independent exists, the culture and everything. Is there something you see the better? You can do it, right? It's not necessary as I'm American, I should do exactly American culture. Not necessary. Whatever you think is the best. As a human being, we have to select it. Whatever, right? Either religious or like other, whatever method or learning or behavior in our daily life, we can select it that what you see the best. And you can do that. Right? So, yeah. So because culture and tradition is not set it up that you must do that. Right? Sometimes we might think we must do that. Therefore, we think definitely we do have 3 meals in the day. We should or no? We are thinking right now, right? In the earlier time, yes, we should have 3 meals in the day. And then lunches should be having exactly on 12. Why we should have that? We see then we change, right? Same tradition, culture, everything you can do that. Yeah. Earlier is yes, come. Telegram. Earlier, we like I said, not eating food is cause harms to health. Now dieting 32 hours is best for health. Circumstances change always, right?
Fasted 3 out of 4 days.
Yeah. See, now this is best for us. Earlier it's not. Therefore,
No, it's good for some people.
always change here and there. Do not stuck in some things, right? For a point I'm saying, shouldn't stuck on something else. So, okay, I said more than 7 in practice. Is they got it?
I think so.
Okay. Any other question? Now you're teaching, right? Huh? You're teaching? You say hello for everyone? Hello for everyone? Okay, so if you do not have a question, then I'm going to stop here. Yeah. Have a wonderful day.
Me too. I'm trying so hard to be okay.
Yeah, we try our best. Yeah.